The title of this event was actually very thrilling to me, Soulful Dialogues, because the preoccupation of my scholarly creative work has always been the dialogues, soulful dialogues between colors. So we have a beautiful model here, Mercedes. She is very reminiscent of American culture, showing tattoo. So I'd like to have colors from a tattoo on her arm, so let's see. At the same time, I don't want those tattoos to be a predominant feature of the painting, of the work. I'm going to be working on this pastel, and let's see what kind of dialogues between colors that is getting portrayed here. There's also additional factor to the dialogues. It's also a dialogue between an artist and the model, and there is a third entity in this. So there are three entities having a dialogue: artist, model, and the entity of creation, the art. It's an intangible entity, but the concoction of all these three, or the union of all these three, the interaction of all these three elements will be manifesting on this paper. Hopefully a positive manifestation that we don't know yet. We'll see how it goes. So let's see. So I'm going to start with the basic ground here. I'll go with my process. And I am looking for my, there we go. So, let's see. I tend to use a different process, but of course this is not a teaching assignment, so I'm taking the liberty to just get the feel of the model, get the feel of the structure without getting rigid and too conscious about the process, and it's a pastel. Barely anything that cannot be fixed if something is not going well. So there is room for improvement quite a bit while in the process. Of course, I don't do this process in class, because it's a little. I mean, despite how random this looks, free and random it looks, there is a method to this madness, if I can use that phrase. And the method is, there is an underlying structure that exists in here. That sort of, while random, it comes after years and years of doing this carefully. look at this, I sort of have my basic structure here established. So right now, I'm just getting the feel for it. As you see, the structure tends to develop very gradually, but you don't see accuracy yet. So it's almost like trying to find order into this chaos. Why create chaos to begin with? Because everything is in there. So I'm basically populating all the images, all the planets, so to speak. Everything about the model needs to be populated over there. You know, it's like I am creating a dictionary of words. So once I populate, I accumulate all the words. Now I am going to create sentences and paragraphs and then stories from those words, picking words from the dictionary. So the first chaotic process is basically just creating that sort of dictionary. Okay, so as I said earlier, that there is a soulful dialogue and interaction that is taking place between myself, the model, and the art, and the intangible element of art. And this concoction of this interaction is getting manifested on a tangible form of art over here. But within this art, if I were to talk about within this tangible object, there is also an additional interaction, a dialogue, if you will, taking place here, and that is between colors. As I said, color interaction and color harmony has been a preoccupation of my scholarly work, of my studio practice for the longest time. So that's what I always get to, or try to understand, what kind of colors I see and how do they interact with each other, how do they behave with each other, how do they harmonize with each other. So that's the dialogue between colors that's taking place. Hopefully we'll have some colors over here that would be enticing. Well, as a result of this, the reason why I want to do this, to understand and communicate the color harmony or the dialogue between colors, is I think that's the ultimate goal. The nature has made human beings. Nature has made our beautiful model. She has a Caucasian skin, but she's probably got 25,000 different colors on her skin that the world doesn't see. Like the greatest, one of the greatest saying in Hinduism is jo na jane Ravi, wo jane Kavi. Things that artists know, even gods don't know. That's the crux of that particular proverb. So I wanted to portray that, look, she is not just one color, brown color or beige color or a pink color, whatever that color is. Within that main generic color, there are myriad of different colors that we typically, when we look at things or observe things, we are not aware of. And suddenly an artist comes along and he or she communicates that to you. That it's not just one color. So that interaction of colors, that's what is happening over here. That's the soulful dialogue. So portraiture's soul is basically colors, not necessarily structure or proportion or likeness or any such thing. It's the colors. To communicate further, to take this line of discussion, contention further, I feel like the first attraction is always towards medium. When an artist starts doing a piece, or even in the beginning of an artist's career, his attraction is always towards the medium first, because medium is very tangible. You make a mark or a stroke on a canvas or a paper that suddenly gives you a tangible experience, a visual experience. So the paper was blank before, now suddenly there is a mark. So that aspect kind of gives you a really solid and tangible, a concrete experience of something exists. From first it was a blank space and now there is something exists. So the first attraction always to the medium and the quirks of the medium. You make highlight, or in watercolor you keep the flow and let the colors bleed and flow into one another. That's about oil paint and watercolor, and oil paint has this different element of you make highlights on a thick impasto paint, and so on and so forth. So that's the attraction towards medium as a first point. Second is, as one continues the journey, the second attraction is towards grammar. When I say grammar, I'm talking about the planes, human planes, the eyes, the structure of the nose, the color theory, the color interaction, color harmony, how you make orange, you mix primary color, secondary color, complementary color, split complementary color, so on and so forth. So all these grammatical elements give tremendous amount of dimension. So it's no longer just making a mark from the medium, like in the first attraction. It is going beyond that. First attraction is like in a human relationship, it's like attraction towards physical body of a person, the physicality of a person, the physiological aspect of a person, what that person looks like. You can't deny that. That's the first attraction, because we visually see that first, and that's what medium does as a first attraction. Second attraction is when you do the grammar, is kind of like you are trying to understand a personality of a person. What that person's likes are, dislikes are, personality is, characteristics are, and so on and so forth. So you get to understand that person, the perspective of the person, and trying to dig deeper and understand that person better. So then whenever you interact with that person, there's a little bit more harmony and getting along. So that is like the second attraction towards in art, in portraiture. However, the ultimate goal of portraiture is not medium, nor is it the grammar. The ultimate goal is poetry. The goal has always been poetry. You don't learn dictionary and vocabulary and grammar in a language to communicate the fact that, oh, you have such a great command over language or a grammar. No, nobody wants to communicate. That's never a point. You don't learn a language to communicate that how good you are in it. It's what you do with that knowledge, what you do with that skills of grammar. You understand? So similarly here, in case of portraiture, the goal is to understand the beauty and the poetry of whoever your model is. In my case, Mercedes is a model. So I wanted to figure out what kind of poetry she's got on her face. That poetry is what I need to get at. That poetry I need to communicate over here. Beyond the colors and the harmony and all that jazz. The ultimate goal is the poetry. So that's what I'm doing here. So, hope you like it. Hello, Soulful Dialogues. It is what it is. So, I think पहले वाला वीडियो हमने इंग्लिश में शूट किया, तो ये वाला शायद हम हिंदी में शूट करेंगे, क्योंकि मुझे लगता है काफ़ी लोगों को थोड़ा हिंदी में समझने में आसानी भी होगी और अच्छा भी लगेगा। तो मैं थोड़ा मिक्स करूँगा हिंदी इंग्लिश दोनों मिलके। तो सोलफुल डायलॉग्स इज़ द टाइटल ऑफ द इवेंट। तो यहाँ पर एक पेंटिंग मैं कर रहा हूँ एंड दैट्स अ न्यूड पेंटिंग। मैं चाहता था कि दो आर्टवर्क जो मैं करूँ इस इवेंट के लिए, वो दो आर्टवर्क फिगर वर्क ऐसे मॉडल्स का करूँ जिनके दो अलग अलग रंग होंगे। यू नो, एक मॉडल जो है वो गोरी मॉडल है, कॉकेशियन स्किन की, जिसके बड़ा फेयर और गोरा सा रंग है, और ये दूसरी मॉडल है ये डार्क स्किन मॉडल है। तो उसका रीज़न ये था कि दोनों के डायलॉग्स अलग अलग है, दोनों की कलर हार्मनी अलग अलग है। यू नो, अगर आप देखोगे तो ये सिर्फ ब्राउन स्किन कलर नहीं है, ब्राउन स्किन कलर के अंदर कितने सारे अलग अलग भिन्न भिन्न कलर्स है। यू नो, ब्लू है, हरा है, यू नो, नीला है, सो ऑन एंड सो फोर्थ। तो ये सारे कलर जो मिल के ब्राउन स्किन लग रहा है, तो इसकी एक जो ब्यूटी होती है, एक हार्मनी होती है। अच्छा, दूसरी बात ये है कि ऐसा ना हो कि अलग अलग कलर हम ऐसे लगाते हैं, लगाऊंगा मैं कि जो आखिरकार वो आखिर में एब्स्ट्रैक्ट पेंटिंग लगेगा, वो भी नहीं चाहिए हमें। यू नो, यू कैन यूज डिफरेंट कलर्स, अलग अलग कलर्स, बट एट द एंड अगर एक स्किन, एक ह्यूमन, एक फिगर पेंट कर रहे हो, तो ये सारे अलग अलग कलर मिल के उनका एक इस तरह से यूनियन होना चाहिए कि जो एक स्किन कलर लगे। ऐसा ना लगे कि ये कोई अलग अलग कलर के एब्स्ट्रैक्ट पीस, एब्स्ट्रैक्ट कलर है जो कुछ सेंसिबल नहीं है स्किन के अंदर। यू अंडरस्टैंड? तो ये मैं सोच रहा हूँ, और मॉडल ने जो पोज बिठाया उसके बारे में खैर मैं आगे भी बात करूँगा। तो ये जिस तरह से पोज है, जिस तरह से वो सोच रही है, एक आम तौर से नॉर्मल बात ये होती है कि जब मॉडल कोई बैठता है आपके लिए, तो आपका रिलेशनशिप मॉडल के साथ एक तरह से ड्राई नहीं होता है, या नहीं होना चाहिए। आप बातें करते हो, एक दूसरे को जानते हो, तो ये इंटरेक्शन से बहुत कुछ मिलता है। उनकी पर्सनालिटी के कुछ कलर आते हैं, उनके कुछ किस्से आपके इंटरप्रिटेशन का हिस्सा बन जाते हैं। तो इसमें एक इंटरप्रिटेशन का हिस्सा ये है कि ये मॉडल जो है ये सिंगल है। वो शादीशुदा थी एक दफ़ा, लेकिन अभी वो सिंगल है, लेकिन वो ढूंढ रही है ऐसे कोई बंदे को जो उसके लिए फ्लावर्स ला सके। तो ये पेंटिंग का टाइटल मैंने रखा हुआ है, और इसीलिए ये फ्लावर पॉट आप जो नीचे देख रहे हो, फ्लावर वेज है, इसीलिए रखा हुआ है। सो She does have a flower pot, but she is in search for flowers.